Well. GM. G.
To the
M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, one percenters, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. Welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. Woo! Let me try that again. Forge and Fuel, baby. Woo! Yeah, that's much better. My friends, I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you that we got one hell of a show on tap for you on this magnificent Monday morning. It is February the 24th, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive because we got more inspiration, more motivation, more good vibration, and more high-level conversation than you're going to know what to do with over the course of the next hour to hour and a half or so. But before we dive into this proverbial show, episode 675, if you will, I must humbly ask you to do a few things before we slide to the opposite side. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so this morning, maybe you could do us a few favors. Maybe you could take just a quick second to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently adjusting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on the old tube of the U variety, you might as well hit that notification bell right down there, located next to the subscribe button somewhere over there, so you don't miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying the program this morning on the tube of the U variety, you might as well hit that like button over yonder somewhere, so you can help that algo go and flow on the old YouTube. But maybe you don't like YouTube. Maybe you're a bigger fan of some of the censorship-free stuff over there on Rumble. So maybe you're tuning in on Rumble this morning. Maybe if that's the case, you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and maybe crush that like button as well, so you can help that algo go and flow on the old Rumble. But maybe you're not watching on either one of those platforms. Maybe your viewing platform of pleasure is the old X app, because while you get inspirated and motivated, you also get yourself a little bit of the truth. Who's to say, who's to know? Maybe you're over there on the old X app catching the show. And if so, maybe you could think about hitting a heart button, maybe smashing a repost button, hell, even crushing a quote post button, and let the people know on the X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least, my friends, if you are
listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory like Apple, Amazon, or maybe even Spotify, potentially watching as well on Spotify, maybe you could take a quick moment to give us a follow, subscribe to the show, don't be a hoe, and leave us a 5-star rating, don't you know? Maybe you just go ahead and smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out to all you beautiful human beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time that have already smashed the shit out of those buttons and helped us get going and flowing in the algo on a magnificent Monday morning. But maybe you haven't. Maybe you're sitting there saying, why do I got to hit those buttons? That's not my job. I'm just watching you do your job. I'm just trying to get a little inspirated and motivated here this morning. What the hell do I got to hit those buttons? Be rude. For? Well, as 47 just said, don't be rude. You know, we're doing our job. So maybe while you're just sitting there laughing, you could do your job too. And maybe if this show makes you laugh a little bit more, maybe if it makes you cry, hell, maybe it even makes you think. Maybe it dishes out some perspective on you that you go, whoa, I never heard of it that way before. Oh my gosh, that just turned my whole life around, my frown upside down. Well, if so, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let somebody know. And we will proceed with this morning's program. That's right, my friends. It's time to get the proverbial show train steaming on down towards the tracks of change and all the way towards Perspective Station. You've heard many sounds already this morning throughout my intro. You've heard some glass breaking, some bells ringing. You've heard DJ T. You've heard Ric Flair, baby. You just heard Macho Man Randy Savage. So that must mean our button smasher, our transitioner, our Mr. Producer himself, DEEZYY, Derek DZ Snow, live in the building. What's up, my guy?
Lightweight, baby!
The lightweight slanging, iron pumping, bowling ball, bench pressing, the man, the myth, the legend, live in the building. Shout out. I can't see you on my screen. Oh, there he is. I got to scroll down. We got too much shit going. We got a packed show today, kids. We got so much shit in the green room. I got to scroll down to see these guys. Shout out DEEZYY. There was another man here who has been here for a few days. You might forget what he even looks like, for crying out loud. He might have a fresh tan. He might have less of a voice than he had the last time he was with us. He may or may not have many stories to share. I have no idea. But what I do know is that he was gracing the hole in the desert with his presence and was turning frowns upside down and shining so bright they didn't know what time of day it was when he was around. If you don't know, you won't know. But it's time to welcome in the co-host with the mo-host of this fine morning program. He is the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club, the lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will.
What?
My friends, he is a professional DJ coming off of an ELCTRIC set this past week. Didn't get to have one this past weekend because he was still busy making connections out there in a hole in the desert. My friends, the people at the event, I heard it. I started following up and they were saying, oh my goodness, it was like we had our iPods plugged into the doggone aux cord all night. We didn't even hear a song we didn't like. This dude is a human iPod.
What?
A purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
Curator of high-level energies.
What?
Certified PLP pusher.
What?
Jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Rolex rocking.
What?
Jesus piece dangling.
What?
Integra window smashing. Break glass in case of emergency. Who's to say, who's to know? My friends, joining us now, the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only, with an emphasis on the one.
What?
Sweet James Jones himself, back for his first appearance in a few days on episode 675, weighing in that corner as the heavy hitter, Mr. Turned Up himself. He's
DJ Swirl One.
welcome back to the show, don't you know, Swirl One? How you
Whoa.
doing?
It looks so horrible outside. I can't even begin. I came from all this color, pizzazz.
Oh, it's better than it's been in
I
a
looked outside yesterday, and it was like a black and white movie.
Well, welcome back. It's better than it's been in a couple of days. I can't lie
Oh,
to you.
it was like it's going to be 50 degrees today, so I can't be mad about that. But hey, bring me some of that sun. I'm ready for some more lights, some, all the colors, get all that. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little voice is almost back. As you can tell, there's a little something still there. But let me tell you, there's no way. I was up on Friday. I got up and I was like,
You got to love that desert air. You
oh my God. I didn't know what to do. I literally freaked out. I was like, you know what? You could try. I'm like, it is going to be painful to watch me talk. So I didn't want to do it. It was probably the right thing. So thank you for your patience as I was coming back from the desert. And yes, it is that dry air. Do me a favor, though. You might want to need some of this right here because I know I need some of this. This is going to be a big deal today.
Dude, you could drink all the water in the world while you're out in Sin City and you
Don't matter.
still get a hoarse voice.
It's true. It's hard. Well,
English is hard.
when you're going inside where everybody's smoking cigarettes, and if you don't smoke cigarettes, it just hits you and you can't get away from it. And there's it's bad. Anyway, other than that, though, check this out. I came kind of prepared.
Oh, hey-o.
Look at that. See,
Wait a
this one locked tight. This one here,
Good morning, Vietnam. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. I tell you what,
To be
I'm
honest-
fired up.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of forgot. Sorry. I kind of forgot about the cheers, dude. It's been a couple of days. I
know. Hey, I'm sorry.
My
Hey,
bad.
I really tried to only miss exactly what I was going to miss last week. I was on it. I went to bed early. I got up and I was like, oh, there's no way I could talk today. There's just no way it's not happening. So whatever. Do me a favor, though, folks. We're all back. We're live. It's Monday. It's a brand new chance to thrive, survive, and win the day. And it's the last week of the February month. So, hey, where's this year going? It's going to blink and it's going to be gone. So, hey, send out a DM, a text, something to somebody who doesn't have social media, who does not peruse the X timeline or use YouTube the right way. Maybe you could teach them how to find the right people and put us in their algorithm artificially, if you know what I mean, baby. So there it is. My friends, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I took my shower. Oh, I smell really good right now. Let me tell you. Oh, and I might have found that's when I got a couple screws loose. Don't even know where they came from, but we're going to find them somewhere.
Hey-o. Who's to say? Who's to know? I got some screws laying around here somewhere. I don't even know where mine are, bro. I got no clue. Hey, I smell as good as I look this morning, too. I feel like we're beaming. We're shining bright. We're ready to rock and roll. Come on now. One time for the one time. Shit. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I had some, golden teachers this weekend. some
I
fun.
might have called you during that.
Yeah. Right at the beginning where everything was just like, what the hell's going on in my life right now? And, I was dealing with an obstacle course. But I tell you what, high quality Swirl One.
I might have indulged in quite a few chocolates while I was out there this weekend.
Yeah.
I was handing out chocolates like old Willy Wonka, and everybody was chocolating with me.
Yeah, I took about 1.75, and I was sitting there, and I said, it's Saturday night. What am I doing? About an hour in, and I said, screw it. So I dumped down 2 more chocolates, and then about 8 o'clock, I was like, wow, let's fucking go. Shit. It was a nice time. It was a nice time for the kid. Who's to say, who's to know? A lot of realizations, a lot of good notes, a lot of perspective. Going to be the topics of the show this week. Good stuff. I tweeted it out, posted it out, X'd it out. Why did I just say that? Not Twitter, not tweets. It's a post. I X'd it out. I said, golden teacher saved my life. If you know, you know. Who's to say, who's to know? But welcome back to the show, DJ Swirl One.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I can't even tell you.
Man, it's great to have you back here. I mean, it's kind of been a little lonely. I've been having to, come up with extra banter and come up with extra videos.
I gotta say, I really did feel bad on Friday. I was pretty sad. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Don't feel bad. Just deal with it.
Just deal with it, man. Friday was hot, though, too. Man, we
Right.
would have, if you had a voice, I tell you what. But it's all right. It's all right. Monday's going to be electric. I mean, we might damn near turn this thing into a nuclear power plant on day 1 of the show. But before we get into the inspiration, before we get into the motivation, before we get into the high-level conversation and good vibration, we begin this show a very specific way. And if you don't know, you won't know. You may not know how we start today. But let me be the first to tell you that a great man who goes by the name of Jim Valvano once said, in order to have a full day, you got to laugh, you got to cry, and you got to think. And the first thing on that list is to laugh. And that's what we like to do. We like to do a little chuckling, a little funny, ha, regular old belly laugh, get those abs working first thing in the morning. We don't like to button it up and start throwing shit at you and go, oh, geez, I wasn't ready. Help you knock the sleep out of your eyes a little bit, all right? And this morning, my friends, we got a 3-pack. Holy shit, it's crazy. Monday morning, we're coming in hot.
Wait, what?
Mainly because the first 2 were like 5 seconds long, but I just could not bring them, not bring them, talk about a double negative, not bring them to this show. So the first one, my friends, I was scrolling through the Instagram and I was looking through my DMs, and shout out to all you beautiful humming beings, Swirl One Ds, all you other beautiful humming beings sending me clips and different things for the show. I checked my message requests. So I had a couple requests. I said, whoa, maybe these are some porn bots, but maybe these are some real people. Let me double check. So I went over and it was a real person. I said, by golly goodness. And I said, hold on. Let me not forget. I didn't write down their name, but let me shout this amazing humming being out. Trevor Roundsville. Shout out Trevor. Fan of the show, fan of the program, fan of what we do around Diamond Hand Media Group, the content I put out, everything in between. And he sent me this clip. Just as hey, I see you, bro. Keep doing you. Good shit. And I thought it would be a nice little something. So One would like it, DZ would like it, everybody would enjoy it. And my friends, this here is when you find some weirdos who are just the same level of weird as you. Tease, you gotta give that to me like 4 or 5 times, bro.
Yes, I agree. That's funny right there.
That has some good stuff right there.
That's
I mean, those
funny.
are some laughing notes. Who's say, who's you know? That's just good start. Good start right there. Now, clip number 2. Shout out Trevor. That's some good shit. Clip number 2. See, I was scrolling through the Instagram and I found a clip this past weekend, but it was in relation to something else and it had some captions on it and different things. And I said, wait a minute. Somebody had to find this original video and put the captions on there because there's no way this guy made this and then did this. Holy shit, I got to find the original video. And boy, oh boy, have I found the original video. And Swirl One, I'm here to tell you, this might be a new challenge for you. This might be something new that you incorporate into your live DJ sets. I don't know if it's something possible. I have no clue. I know your culinary expertise is not up to the level of Motions, but maybe you hit him up and maybe something happens that looks like this. My friends, this right here is next level house hibachi.
I ain't gonna lie, that's fire.
He's so hyped, dude. Oh, D's, run that drop back. That's so good.
Right
That's
there,
so
dude.
good, dude.
He's got the splash guard on the
I know, it's so good.
literally got the splash guard right there.
It's fun to stay at the
Oh, that's
But
hilarious.
no look, too, bro.
Just fucking.
Good stuff right there. That was good stuff right there.
So
Yeah.
I figured you liked that.
Yeah, I've got one of those fans like that. We've got all that. All we need, we got everything we need to put that together. We can do that.
I'm telling you what,
I
I
don't know how
ain't
to make
seen-
all that fire, but I'm sure
Hey.
most will teach me.
I'm telling you what, you do some type of appetizer and then you start launching it out to the crowd. You're going to be the next doggone DJ that everybody's lining up to see. I'm just saying. I ain't never seen nobody do that before. Who's you know?
DJ appetizer.
DJ apps, baby. DJ apps. Come on. Oh, whew. Video number 3, my friends.
This isn't going to be the barista that goes, yeah,
That would be sick, though. Who's to say, who's to know? I all had a
It's
whole.
not the day. They're like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, we could have had a whole ensemble here this morning. Who's to say, who's to know? But no, I wanted to go in a different direction. This one a little bit longer here now. And maybe you're in your vehicular device stuck in rush hour traffic on your way to the office right now. Maybe you're already in the office. Maybe you're stuck inside the 4 walls of the cubicle. Maybe you're working remote from home, and either way, you're saying, damn it, I don't want to be here right now. This is a bunch of bullshit. Well, maybe just sit back for a moment. If you are just seated in a desk chair and just typing away on a computer, maybe you're lucky enough to sit here and watch us right now and work at the same time and realize that maybe, oh, just maybe, your job could be much worse.
Come on then, Con.
Take a move, but it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. What direction? Oh, this cheek's got to go back.
Like, do our bank over there first?
Oh, God.
We should have started that for
The guy, you already see it. This guy doesn't have big enough face back there.
Can't do it. I'm on the edge.
Oh, he's going in. I don't care. He's going in. Oh, no.
Oh, fuck. Fucking hell.
He looks like me on one of those standing, like surfboards. All day. I can't do it. I just can't.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Don't get me. That's the worst thing to do.
I can't breathe back. Fish tank over there. Stop moving.
Why? Boy, he's run.
Oh,
Give me a hand. Oh,
bro.
A minute and a half of saving it.
Got those surfboards that you stand on, and you know what I mean? I don't even know what the hell they're called, but they're basically the big standing surfboard things. Right? I'm in Maui, and I'm with two of my friends. Shout out Humble Warrior and her husband, and they're out there having this romantic time on these boards. You know, they're standing out there just.
All them fucking stand-up paddleboard deals.
There you go.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean? They're just.
Yeah.
And here comes Swirl just floundering right now. Help me, goddamn, help me! I'm like on my all fours, trying to. I can't stand up to save my life. Everybody's like, "Man, those poor couple trying to have such a good time out there." And look at this clown. It was me. That guy was me all day long. I still cannot stand up on one of those. And I can, bro. Here's the crazy thing: I can surf. And I can snowboard like nobody's business. But you put me on something with no waves, I cannot stand up on that thing. I need to have something to push off on. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be some carving going. If not, I'm dead in the water. I still feel bad because it was picturesque for them. I was out there floundering, so
just flopping around like a fish out of water.
Bro. You don't understand. I lost my sunglasses. And I looked down, and they were like, because you could see all the way down in Maui, it was like 8 foot down. And I'm like, I just bought these things. I'm not losing these suckers. So I went for it, man. And them take the pressure, trying to get the arm down and grab them suckers. Only get accused of getting. And then I went to this all in like 2 hours. Dude. And then I go to the beach because I'm done floundering and I'm about dead. So I'm laying there on the couch watching the sun. This lady comes up and accused me of stealing those glasses. And I'm like, you have no idea what I've gone through to make sure I didn't lose these. I did not steal these glasses. It was
what a witch.
It was an adventure, let me tell you.
You just reminded me, I lost some goggles in the middle of the Caribbean. We were in Jamaica, and they had one of them. We were at an all-inclusive deal, Bosco Bell Beaches, if you guys have ever been to Bosco Bell in Jamaica. And they got this whole, like, one of them water trampolines, you know, out there in the middle. And, Mom, I got to go do it. I'm getting it. So I'm jumping on this fucking thing, and I kind of slipped, whatever. My goggles got off of my head. I just had them on top of my head instead of on my eyes, and they bounce, and they fall, and I see them start to float down, and it was couple of dudes sitting there, Jamaican dudes. All right, so they've lived in Jamaica. They're sitting right there, sitting on the edge of the water, and they see it happen. And I was like, oh fuck, and I'm a little kid. I can't go all the way down there. Like, can you guys get that? And they all start looking at each other, and one of them looks at me. I can't swim. I said, what do you mean you can't swim? What? And they kind of started looking at me. They were trying to pull a fast one on me. They didn't want to go down and get it. And I was like, come on, man. Like, my fucking goggles. What the fuck, dude? And finally, they just want to hear a little kid bitch anymore. One of the guys went down there and got the goggles. And Then I came back with my goggles and told Mom, I said, almost lost my goggles. I don't know what to do. They're scary. Thank you guys. Who's say, who's to know? So, yeah, I've had an experience like that as well. Who's say, who's to know? I need to get back out to a place like that. I haven't been out of the country. Well, Hawaii's the country, but out of the country or somewhere, just like sandy beaches and some nice water and some scenery. That was like, I don't know, I was like 10 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old. I don't know, I wasn't old at all. So who's say, who's to know? Speak something into existence. Diamond Hand Media Group takes on Bosco Bell Beaches. Whoa, that would be crazy. However, my friends, there are your morning laughs. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. A little morning banter for you as well. Get you feeling good, moving, grooving, and choosing nothing but good vibes. But maybe you're just joining us here on this side. Maybe you didn't catch the morning laughs. You're saying, hey, I need some vibes. I need something here. I need to wake up. I need a little kick in the pants, a little fire in the ass, a little oomph, if you will. The coffee just ain't doing it for me this morning. All right, I need something. Capp Swirl, what do you got coming my way? Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked. Because now is your opportunity to grab out that fresh sheet of notebook paper, that pen or that pencil, whatever you might need, a long piece of parchment and a big feathery quill with a nice jar of ink, maybe an iPad and a magic pen, whatever you utilize to take track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way. Because on the opposite side of this transition, we're getting into the first segment of the day. So unknock, unquiver that first arrow, knock it up, draw it back, and get ready for it to be shot your way. As we get into the opening segment of the day, it's time for your Sharpening Session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 675 of Forge and Fuel. Here on this magnificent Monday morning, February the 24th, 2025, we have officially kicked off the final week of February, and I hope you're ready to come alive because we got some great insights coming today and plenty good more topics all this week, baby. But let's push the toes into the ground right now and come to the present moment and talk a little bit about something special this morning. Our opening topic of the day, if you didn't check the title of the show, or maybe you didn't see the thumbnail out there while you were coming our way, is what's your game? What's your game? And this morning, my friends, wanted to go a little bit deeper on a quote that we heard from Deion Sanders last week during our Reaction Refinery. Last week? I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, either way. And then also a little bit of perspective that I gained listening to just some random clips and different things this past weekend. I can't remember exactly who I heard it from, but I just started spinning on these thoughts. I said, well, damn, holy shit. This is some motivation minutes right here. So the quote, my friends, from Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, if you weren't here and you don't remember it maybe, is don't chase the bag, chase the game. Because the bag don't got the game, but the game got the bag. One more time for you in the back. Don't chase the game. Don't chase the bag, chase the game. Because the bag don't got the game, but the game got the bag. So I ask you this morning. What's your game? What game are you playing in life? Are you going after numbers and clout? Or are you going after purpose and fulfillment? You see, I started thinking about numbers and clout, and I realized that it's never enough. And now I just realized where I started thinking this from. It was Joe Rogan and Woody Harrelson. Had him on Saturday. Absolute banger podcast if you didn't watch it. And they were talking about people who are millionaires or billionaires. It's never enough. The money is never enough. When you go after numbers, whether it's money or social media follows or subscriptions on YouTube or live viewers. The numbers are never enough. If you're chasing after clout, it's never enough until you're in the bright lights and every single person on this entire planet, floating rock, flat plane knows your name, knows what you do. Clout it's never enough. It's a constant, always have to be chasing after something if your goal in this life is numbers and clout. But what about purpose and fulfillment? I started thinking of the opposite. What is the opposite of numbers and clout? Purpose and fulfillment. And if you think about purpose and fulfillment, you realize it is the exact opposite of numbers and clout, because there's always more than enough of it. You can always tap into it endlessly. You can always be grateful. You can always be happy. You can always be joyful. Even if everything in the world is going wrong, you can still put a smile on your face. You can still choose to skip through life instead of dragging your knuckles. So what's your game? And take it a step further, what's the game of those people who you follow and those people you surround yourself with? The people you surround yourself with, are they interested in only money? Are they only money motivated? Are they trying to create change? Do they just get a paycheck and then go blow it? Or do they take that paycheck and go invest in compound interest vehicles like we talk about over and over and over again? Or do they just waste their time? They waste their energy. They waste their attention. They waste their most valuable assets because they want more clout. They want people to see them. They post these fake lives on the internet. And the people you follow, it's no secret. You could see my comment, but Dom Lucre put some absolutely disgusting stuff on the timeline. And I took an opportunity. I just said, hey, Dom, you're a piece of shit for that. You didn't need to do that. You did that for clicks. You did that for clout. That's ridiculous. Do better. Weak as shit. And over 150 people liked that post. I am anybody who is on the opposite side. There is good and there is evil. If you're on the opposite side, you're catching hell all 2025. I don't care. I'm not here to have people, and I unfollowed him. It was one of my favorite follows on X. Always had unfollowed, muted. I don't need that in my life. I don't need your numbers, clout chasing, negative, evil bullshit. Keep it away from me, because I'm here for purpose and fulfillment. And I challenge you, who are the people you follow on the internet? When you open it up, is it just nonsense they're putting into your body? Or are they somebody like me who, when they give you content that maybe it's hard shit to handle, that they make it funny and they make it enjoyable and they make it, oh my gosh, not so divisive. They don't tell you that it's the end times are coming. They tell you how to prepare for them. Who's to say, who's to know? So speaking of, I wouldn't be doing my job if I showed up this morning and said, what's your game? Are you chasing purpose and fulfillment, or numbers and clout and blah, blah, blah? Go chase purpose and fulfillment, without telling you how to get purpose and fulfillment. Because I hope you can see the purpose and fulfillment and passion in my life every single day that I show up live on this screen. And I wrote down a couple of things. When it comes to purpose, purpose is something that you're willing to do, willing to pursue, regardless of the ups and downs, regardless of the smiles and the frowns, regardless of the kings and the clowns, regardless of whatever the hell happens. You stay on the consistent, persistent pursuit of that passion. It becomes you. You don't need recognition for it. The 4 or 5 things you do every single moment of every day, 24/7, lead into it. It becomes who you are. It creates your purpose, the thing that makes you tick, the little flame on the inside that you can feel, that you know if you would just take a can of gasoline and dump it on it, you know it would turn into an enraging fire, but you're scared to be a little broke for a little while. You're scared to maybe not know the next move. You're scared to jump off the cliff and not have all the airplane parts and have to inevitably splat on the bottom. But what if that's not bad? What if that is what leads you to your ultimate purpose? And what if you getting in your purpose allows you to find fulfillment? Because this is a quote on fulfillment. It is not in the pursuit of happiness that we find fulfillment. It is in the happiness of pursuit. Dennis Waitley said that. It is not in the pursuit of happiness that we find fulfillment. It is in the happiness of pursuit. And if you find your purpose, You find your passion, you get fired up, you get joyful, you commit to the thing that you will do no matter the ups and downs, the thing you would do for free 99. I've been doing this for free 99 for 5 fucking years, doggone near. Would you be willing to do that 10 years, 15 years, to do that, to just create change, to want something to happen in this world, to feel fulfillment in your life like you've never felt before? Because that's why I do what I do every single day. And that's how you find purpose and you find fulfillment. And that's how you play the real game. Because, my friends, you don't chase the bag. You chase the game. Because the game, it's got the bag, but the bag don't got the game. So you can either chase the bag and chase and chase and chase and chase and chase and chase and chase, or you can chase the game and learn how to move those pieces just a little bit better. Who's to say, who's to know? That's my opening thoughts on the show. What do you think about that perspective?
I love that Dion quote. Matter of fact, I was saying it back here in the green room while you were saying it because I love that shit. Don't chase the bag. Chase the game because it's got the bag, which is right. He's absolutely 100%. And you know what? Money is never going to be enough. It doesn't matter who it is. As you start to get more astute and end up with a little bit more cash, you know what happens? You see new things. You're all of a sudden like, man, there's always different levels to this. You want to talk about being inspired? Go to Miami for a weekend and see people. I don't care what size your yacht is. Go travel up to A1A real quick. You will see a bigger one. Yeah, I don't care who you are, whether you're Jeff Bezos or you're Mark Zuck or whoever the hell you want to be. You go up there, you're going to see a bigger one. You know why? Because there's never a point where you can get to that, hey, I've arrived status. You always keep going bigger and badder and, oh, that's going to cost more. This costs more. You think, oh, man, I bought this Ferrari. And all of a sudden you look over and go, well, how do you get that Ferrari? Well, you have to own $30 million in Ferraris before you can have this one. And all of a sudden you're like, man, it's never enough. What do I got to do? I thought I arrived, but you didn't. Then you realize, man, what am I chasing? Am I chasing this just so I can be better than Mr. Zuck over there, better than Bezos over here? What am I trying to chase? And then all of a sudden you realize maybe it's not the complexity of the numbers. Maybe it's not the compounding of the ones and twos, which we all need a little compounding in our lives because I tell you, if you don't got money, well, you're going to have a hard time breathing later because money is pretty close to air in today's world. Not saying you got to live on it, but the point is you do have to have some or you're going to have a hard time living. There's just no way about it. A little bit of shekel makes things go around. You know, I've been watching somebody and it's interesting because I learned from this person from somebody else as I was watching it. I watch YouTube. You guys know I don't watch a ton of different things, but there are certain people that are doing things or building things that I like to watch because it keeps me in the build mindset that people are always trying to get things done. And I remember learning about this gentleman a long time ago. Didn't know much about him, but I've always liked tuning and I've always liked cars and I've always liked building cars. And I've always liked seeing people take a car that's not meant to do something and make it do something that nobody else would ever expect. And one of those guys is Michael Essa. And if you know who Michael Essa is, he's an FD champ. So Formula Drift, likes to drift a lot. He's badass. This guy has come from nowhere, became a champion, just makes some of the baddest cars, super nice guy, not too high key, low key, just as himself. And that's one of the best things about him. And I learned about Michael Essa through another content creator who had him working for them. And in that, he was building a car, doing a bunch of different things. And throughout that relationship of them, they were utilizing Michael Essa for, now I wouldn't say the wrong things, but they weren't utilizing him to his utmost potential until the end of their time together, which was really interesting to me. He only was with them for 2 years and said, I'm only going to be here for a couple of years and then I'm out of here. I've got other plans. And in that time, they realized that, hey, man, we're not utilizing the quality of the work that we have for the right thing. And we're not getting the views. We're not getting the clout. We're not getting anything that we should out of this guy. So they simplified his business and what he's supposed to do to be singular, what he's good at. Hey, he builds cars. Let him build this car. And then once he did, he says, okay, I'm done. I did my 2 years. I'm out of here. And he wants simplicity. So you know what he did? He decides, I want to go buy a boat. I want to sail the world. I don't need to be all over the cloud chasing. I don't need to be inside the YouTubes. And don't get me wrong, he still has his own channel. But the point being is he realizes that, hey, living on land and being around the hustle and bustle of everything, maybe that's not fulfilling. You know what's fulfilling? Going on a sailing the world trip with his family and trying to figure out what's great out there. So he used his income, his money, his assets, everything to buy this boat and give himself the freedom to go out and do something amazing. So during this, and you'll have to understand, during this, he learned a lot. So now he's got a YouTube video that's monetized and it's doing well for him. But what is it doing? It's very simplistic. It's doing things he didn't have. He doesn't have to build a big old car to make this happen. And now he's playing a new game. So when I go back to what you think about, there's a lot of times when numbers don't always play out and they don't show you the real. Think about the Island Boys. The Island Boys didn't make it anywhere in life. They were the Island Boys. And now they are the broke ass boys. And now they got no money and they're getting repoed out of everywhere. They didn't understand. They were chasing the bag and not understanding how they were getting the bag. That's the difference. So Capp said something. Purpose is what you're willing to do without getting paid. And I've been putting a lot of energy into something that I haven't been getting paid in lately. And last night I spent about 4 or 5 hours watching videos about something. And I said, there's so many different, hey, just do it. Just put it out there. The more that you increase that failure rate, the better it gets. The more things you put out, the more proud you can get. And all of a sudden, bam, something happens and you become what you thought you were going to become on accident. And it just happens because you keep doing it for free. So one of the things I'll say is this. Every time that you think about your purpose and realize, man, I'm not getting paid for it, it's because you're not doing enough. It's because you're not doing it enough. It's because you're not studying it enough. It's because you really don't have faith in that purpose. You have to go all in on it. And that's the truth. I love this show in the morning. I love getting up with Capp. I tried to get here on Friday, but I had no voice, so I couldn't do that. So me not being able to use my voice to give you guys 100% of what I usually am, I can't show up and do half-ass work. I have to put my whole ass in it. So it's better I pull back and rest during those times so that when the time comes and that purpose is to be shown, I can do it in 100% right on screen every single time. So realize what you may not have gotten paid for. Realize that might be your purpose and then be in your purpose every day. Last night I watched a video and it just clicked. I don't know why. Just something hit and I go, wow, it was 2 knob turns. It was 2 clicks away. It was one little, and now all of a sudden, you've got the game in the palm of your hands.
These hit him with a bomb, dude. Holy shit. I got a full page of, dog. I got a full page of fucking notes. I mean, I'm over here furiously writing. Okay, that's what I was going to write. Hold on, I got to finish that. No, Jeez, we're on the same page this morning. I'm glad I thought about this topic and really spent some time. And this was a fun guy topic for sure. I was really sitting around thinking about this, and I thought, man, and this is what I do. This is what I do when I'm a fun guy. I don't sit around with my hand in my pants and I play some video games and listen to some music, but I sit with a notebook and when something comes to my mind, it's because I'm so open. Like it's not that I'm not always open, but if you get in an open different way. And when I can just tap in and I start, oh shit, that's why. What something people can't do for almost an hour straight. I stared at myself in a mirror and I was just having conversation after conversation. And that freaks people out because they haven't fucking killed their egos. They're not comfortable with them. And you know what I realized is I wasn't comfortable with what I saw in the mirror. One of the things that forever and ever has just made me the best entertainer and funny and be able to do things is to practice the shit in the mirror. And for the longest time, I wasn't practicing in the mirror because I wasn't happy with what I saw. And I realized that this weekend, and I realized I'm happy with what I see now. And I was avoiding mirrors and I never even fucking realized it. My mom asked, hey, how long has it been since you're back, you're in the gym, you're doing your thing. Obviously, you're looking great. How long was it that you took off? And I sat and I thought about it for a minute. COVID hit in March of 2020 when they started shutting shit down. And that's when I was like, I don't know about the gym. And I'm going to be honest. I believed the system. I didn't take the jab. But I put on a mask. I bought into it. I was fucking freaking out at first. I'll fucking admit it. And all the way up until July of 2024, when we went to First Form, I did not go into a gym. I did not pick up a weight. 4 fucking years. No wonder I looked the way I looked. No wonder you guys only knew that version of me. No wonder that's what you fucking thought Capp was this fucking dipshit with a half a shaved fucking head. No fucking wonder. Because I wasn't willing to look at my fucking self and take accountability and say, this is where I need to fix. This is what I need to do. And this is what I need to start simplifying to bring it all the way back to what you said, man, and increase my rate of failure. That's where it's changed with me in my content game. If you've paid attention to my Instagram and my TikTok and my Facebook, shit's been popping lately. And it's because I've just kept making what I think is good, what I enjoy, what I think is funny. And when you first start doing it, you don't get in algorithms because all the people that follow you, they're not going to like your shit because they see you making content. They say, oh, look at Cole. Who does he think he is? Some fucking content creator? Oh, look at this idiot. I'm not, fuck that. Why would I even comment on that? Now, those people are in my comment sections because they see I have a post right now that just organically went over 2,000 likes, and now they're all in the comment section going crazy. I never had people in my comment section like that before. You think I give a shit when people fucking say, oh, you're a dumbass, you're an idiot, you're a misogynist, you're talking bullshit, you're wrong? Fuck no, you're in my comment section, you're helping me. I never had that before. I increased my rate of failure. Here we are. Holy shit. I'm telling you what, it'll make you feel so stupid when you start making content because the people you thought were going to support you will not support you. And then you start finding people who do support you and you get on the same page and you start making it. And now I got a DM full of people that I don't even know who are sending me great work. Keep doing what you're doing. Love the content. Keep pushing. Don't know how I haven't heard of you until right now. You got my follow. Thank you. No problem, just being me. And now I'm 43 followers away from 6K on Instagram, and I can't do fuck on X. Hey, baby, it's about to be freestyle dancing time over on Instagram. 43 away, baby, and I'm about to shake them hips. Wow! I'm Juice Swirl One. Come on, man.
Man, I tell you, you look like you're juiced. I'm excited for you. You got to get pumped up over those things. And you're right. They won't see you until you just increase that failure because somebody out there is starting to notice because even us, I mean, even on this show, somebody the other day goes, they're not laser beams. They're actually vapor beams. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for letting me know the actual real reference of what it is. And I'm so glad you consume the content. That's all that matters to me. So I was wrong. I wasn't trying to be right. The answer was still the same.
Blew my mind.
Message. Huh?
Blew my mind.
Hey, I was cool with
me going.
Bro, thanks for teaching me something. Cool. That's awesome. And I'm still going to call them laser beams. Okay. I'm sorry. That's just life. Okay. I go back to the Goonies. Laser beams. Right. So don't get mad at me just because I'm trying to give you an idea of what's going on through the lens that I see. It may not be right, but I'm going to double down on it every time. I can't be you. I don't know that it's the, second element in the table of whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay. What I know is I simplify my knowledge. I know what I've seen. I utilize that to be able to paint a picture that hopefully you guys can learn from. And along the side of this, I'm learning things along the way that I'm getting better at. Hell, before I met Capp, I didn't know what OBS was. I didn't know how to put a banner. You remember, you remember, you probably don't. I ask people all the time, hey, I need to be able to DJ in this, but I want to like put stuff on it, like banner, I want this or that. But nobody would do it for me. So you know what? I said, well, if Capp can do it, I can do it. And so I did it. You know why? Because I got people around me who I know I'm not, and no offense to Capp, because he knows, me and him are both not geniuses. We're dumbasses with right here written across the. I'm like, dude, if this dumbass can do it, then I can do it because I'm an idiot too. So I'm going to go out there and make that happen. And guess what? I got smarter. I got better. I started just literally learning things. And now I'm increasing my rate of failure. And yesterday, I'm on the plane. Was that yesterday? Shit, I don't even remember. Yeah, yesterday.
Run together.
I don't remember what day I got back. Anyway, it was a 4-hour flight, and so on the flights, I've been using my headphones. I've been making music, and I can't tell you how stuck I got, and I was so mad at myself. I remember sitting there thinking, man, you're not cut out for this. You're gonna have a hard time if you can't get past this. How can you do anything? Start doubting the things. And I said, wait a minute. That just means I got to double down on something. I got to figure something else out. There's this piece here that I can't seem to nail down, and it happens to me every time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna learn that. Period. I'm going to just spend all my time on that right now. And that's when I told you last night, hey, all of a sudden I was watching the rules to the game. I was learning from people who have done the game for so long. I'm watching people I've never even heard of because I checked different things than I've ever done. I looked for something so specific. In other words, I simplified what I was looking for and I found the answer. And all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I didn't think about it that way. Why haven't I? Boy, I have that knowledge. I could have done that at any moment. Like I said, one twist of the knob, one turn of the switch, one move the right direction, and all of a sudden the game is back. It's back open. It's back on. And now you understand how to play it, how to win it, and maybe you can get better. And then maybe somebody looks to you and says, hey, just like Capp's getting the DMs, hey, thanks for you to help me learn this game. Thank you for helping me play the game better. Thank you for helping me understand that I'm playing the game the right way. I just got to get better at the rules.
You know, I was thinking about the UFC this past weekend, and it was a banger card. But Rob Font was on the card, one of the OGs of the OGs. If you don't know Rob Font, I mean, come on, have you been watching UFC? And he was actually supposed to fight Dominic Cruz, and Dominic Cruz got an injury. He ended up retiring. No more. But Rob was fighting this young up-and-coming Brazilian cat, 5-time world champion in Brazil, absolute killer, Gene Matsumoto. And my number one rule is don't bet against Brazilians. If there's a Brazilian, we don't bet against them. They're going in there and they're cleaning house. But against Rob Font, no, wait a minute. Rob Font's been around for a hot dog. I think I like Rob Font at that plus 170 number. Give me all of that action. And the fight starts, and Gene Matsumoto is starting to do well, but then all of a sudden you see the game in Rob Font. You see how long he's been in the UFC for damn near 11 years now, and you start to see how much more he understands the cage, how much more he's comfortable with the bright lights, how much more he's willing to take a little bit of damage to just download everything about his opponent. And then all of a sudden, 2.5 minutes into the first round, he just starts unloading. And the kid's like, oh, fuck, what have I got myself into? Thank God the bell rang. Second round comes out. Rob starts doing the same thing, just picking him apart, just picking him, thumb, little here, little there, just picking him apart. Next thing you know, third round starts, and Gene Matsumoto looks like he's been in a fucking car crash. He's got fucking blood gushing down his face. He's all puffy. Rob looks great. Fucking ain't even got a scratch on him, and he's just moving around. And this young cat was supposed to be the next one. Now, probably will be, because after the fight, he took an opportunity to bow and talk with Rob and say, holy shit, you taught me a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. He took the fight on 4 days notice. So shout out to the kid. I mean, taking a fight against Rob Font on 4 days notice is insane, but he learned so much from that. And he could have said, fuck you, whatever, I fucking lost. Like another guy did on the card against Austin Paige Van Zandt's husband. Vanderford or something, Austin something. He TKO'd his opponent, and his opponent was upset at the ref, and he ran across the cage and pushed Austin and fucking tried to start fighting him again after the ref had waved it off. Total opposite thing. That kid was in the same spot as Gene Matsumoto, and now that kid's career is probably over. And Gene Matsumoto is probably going to take over the game and be the next fucking thing. What do you want to do? What's your game? Are you going after numbers and clout and a cool little click because you push somebody in the fucking cage and now you're famous on the internet? Or maybe nobody's talking about Gene Matsumoto this morning, but maybe they might be in about 6, 8, 10 months. Who's to say, who's to know? Mark my words.
Takes time to be around people who can show you the game, school you in the rules of the game, maybe show you that the experience inside that game has taught them things. So no matter how big, fast, how young you are, whatever, you'll never learn until you've been playing the game for the longest time. And that's what I was doing last night, was watching people like you were just talking about, who are the OGs of the OGs, and looking at them and going, why have I never just watched this person? I've been looking at this guy and that guy, and don't get me wrong, they're people that do know what they're talking about, but for the most intensive purposes, nobody would recognize these people. They would not see them. So go to the people who have done it, who you look up to, who you see, and maybe they don't have your values, and maybe they don't say it the way you want. Maybe they don't even, do or play the games you like, but I promise you this, there's some lesson in there to be learned from somebody out there who's played the game longer than you, more than you, and have lost more games than you.
Damn straight, Swirl One. 8 o'clock on the dot. 9 on the east, 7 in the mountains, and 6 specifically. I'm telling you what, it ain't even 10 o'clock on the eastern side of things, and we've had full day. I mean, if you're not fired up, if you're not juiced up, if you're not ready to run through some brick walls and turn those obstacles into opportunities, I don't know what else you need. Maybe you do need something else. And maybe that's why we got a whole additional segment. That's why we maybe got 2 more additional segments to keep these vibes rolling and flowing and keep this show proverbially going. So, my friends, if that's something you would like us to do, well, strap in, tap in, lock in. We have arrived at Perspective Station. You will see on the opposite side, there is the proverbial showboat waiting for us to surf through the waves of wisdom all the way to Knowledge Island. My friends, it's time to get into your second segment of the day. Unquiver your second arrow, knock it up, and shoot it away as we get into your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are live in prime time. Back again on episode 675 of Forge and Fuel on this magnificent Monday morning, February the 24th, 2025. And I hope you're ready to keep coming alive. I tell you what, I changed my printer cartridge, my ink cartridge in the old printer. Didn't realize how low we were. I was damn near looking through the words. I mean, they were translucent. I can see everything now. I said, whoa, I can see my fucking agenda this morning. I changed it over the week. I said, damn. I said, whoa, where'd you find this? It's kind of crazy. I could be all the way over here and see the thing. Before I was like, what did I write? I don't. Who's to know? So, my friends, here we are back on your show. Second segment of the day, Reaction Refinery. And we got 4 banger clips coming your way. So without any further hesitation or delay, let's get right on into them, baby. Your first clip of the morning. I'm not sure who this young man is, and I recognize the host of the show, and I can't think of his name, and I could have done a lot of research, but I had other shit going on, and it was just like, whatever, the message is what's important, and maybe somebody recognizes. So shout out to these 2 beautiful, amazing, high-level humming beans, high-level thought-provoking, big brain humming beans. Here on the show this morning, to give us some perspective on why we should create value hunters.
Number 1 strategy of the top 100 families in the world.
Yes.
Okay? It's teach your kids to create value first, not money. Because money is a store of value. You have to go back to first principles. If you focus on value creation, material value, what you create and produce in the world, solving problems, financial reward is the reward of that. Emotional value, good friendships, how you think, how you feel. Spiritual value, how you love, how you live. Mindset, me lifting you up above your issues to a higher calling, to God, getting out of your ego. And that's spiritual value.
Yes.
So if we can teach our children, hey, we're going to be value hunters in this home. That is the number 1 greatest asset you could ever give them. It's an unfair advantage for the rest of their life.
Man, I love it.
I don't think only parents need to hear that. I think everybody needs to hear that, man. I think that might be something that 50, 60, 70-year-olds still haven't even applied. Still chasing the damn bag, not chasing the game. That's what he's talking about right there. That's why I made it the first clip of the day. And shout out to Deez for sending that the way. He didn't even know it was all going to tie in together. But how true is that? Are you just trying to create money for yourself, or are you trying to create value for others? And the more you do for others, the more you're going to get back for yourself. The more you help others get what they want, the more you get what you want. You just have to speak it into existence. You just have to keep going forward. You just have to keep showing up and creating value consistently and persistently. It's that easy. That's it. The whole last hour we've been talking, half hour, is exactly summed up in that short little clip right there. We're trying to create some value hunters around here. Who's to say, who's to know?
Buddy, when people value their time and energy and what they put things into, all of a sudden something amazing comes out of that. And that's where people go wrong, is they're looking for the other side of it. Where can I get my $1 million? Where can I get my 1 million likes? How come nobody's giving me any reposts? But they don't start making things they just like. Like Rick Rubin says, hey, stop worrying about it. Just make something you like. Do something you like to do. when you like it, like Capp said the other day, hey, all you want is 1% of the populace to like what you like. And if he's liking it, somebody out there is going to like it too. And all you got to do is double down on that. And there is value to be found in something you're doing. Just like Motion, he can cook amazing meals, but hey, he's done doing that. He learned how to make his value that way. So now when I tell him, hey, come over for Friendsgiving, that value he brings for Friendsgiving is even crazier than anything he could do for a restaurant somewhere, because they won't expect or even understand who's doing it for them. But when we all see the man behind it doing that value that he learned and using that specific talent to give to his people, that's different. There's something different there. Now all of a sudden you got that guy's been working on cars forever, and he takes his time off from his work where he gets paid to come help you work on your car. That's value. That's a guy that doesn't have, he gets paid for that already. He doesn't need to do it for free for you, but you got expertise in people like that. They can come and do those things for you. You want to learn how to financially get better? Find somebody in the gateway who gets paid for that, or who already gets paid on dividends, and go, hey, how are you doing that? When they give that information to you for free and you do something with it, that's value. That's somebody right there where you're saying, wow, this person didn't have to do, I didn't have to give them $1. DZ. Last one I'll say, hey, buddy, you want to get better and something gets stronger? Guess what? There's a guy that gets paid doing that right there. Maybe if you go after a guy like that, he might give you a little nugget. And guess what? You don't have to pay for it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want all of the value, yes, you're going to have to pay the value cost. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can find people in your corner that know everything you need to know. You just got to seek that value.
Damn straight, man. It's proverbial nail hammer. Proverbial nail hammer. Also, one final thought on this. You can't control likes. You can't control reposts. You can't control views. You can't control who shows up to the party. All you can do is throw the party. And unfortunately, you can have the best party hats, the best blowers and streamers, the best DJ in the game, the best food and unlimited drinks all night long, and people still won't show up to the party. Bruh. But it's your job to keep throwing the party. It's your job to keep showing up, to keep making shit happen. And for the longest time, I was worried about the rewards. I was worried about the likes and the reposts and all the shit. I'm putting my maximum effort in. Why am I not getting something back? Because it's not about rewards. It's not about me getting a participation trophy or a cookie. It's about me continuing to create value. And maybe, just maybe, if I focus on creating value, making somebody laugh, cry, think, doing something that nobody else is doing, then just maybe I might get a little bit further down that path. I might get a little bit closer to that destination that I want. But I'm not chasing after numbers or clout, so there is no fucking destination. I just got purpose and fulfillment pumping through me every single moment. So when I inevitably get to the point of where everybody wants to be, I'm locked in, and God knows that I'm still going to be a soldier for him. And when I get things of this world, I'm not going to fall into the traps of this world. I'm going to believe in him and continue to put him first and put others first. Who's to say, who's to know? Welcome to the Value Creation Show. Wow! Ha! Your second clip of the morning, my friends. Equally a banger. And, you know, I felt like me and old Swirl One would probably resonate pretty highly with this one here, too. So I said, why the hell not bring it to the show? It's going to probably build right on top. You know, maybe if we just dropped a little vanilla and chocolate in there. Now we're about to, you know, put a little whipped cream, or maybe split a banana, put it on each side of there, or maybe a little caramel sauce with a little chocolate. That's where we're about to go right now. Second layer of said Refinery Sunday coming your way, courtesy of a young man who goes by the name of Sahil Bloom. And this morning, he's here to join us and give us a little perspective on what's better, being consistently reliable or being occasionally extraordinary.
Further in life by being consistently reliable than you do by being occasionally extraordinary. Showing up every single day with the same level of energy and intensity, every single thing that you do actually matters, even the little things. And top performers and the people that are at the top of their craft show up for the small things just as much as they do for the big things.
So, wow. So, okay. So if you guys know me, I wear a certain shirt couple shirts, and they all say the same thing on the back. And it says, experience appreciation. Treat every moment as if it was your last. And I wear it all the time, and I wear it on purpose, and it's on the back, and people sometimes notice it, sometimes don't. I was sitting there at the elevator the other day, and I'm just being hype with people because I talk to everybody. I don't care. I'm just saying hi. I'm making friends. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Somebody's next to me. I'm trying to make their day better. And this lady looks at me. I'm sorry. Can you turn back around? I'm like, excuse me. She goes, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read your shirt. Oh, because she was like, I thought she was offended. I was staring at her, talking to her. I was like, what? So I turn on and she reads it, and she goes, wow, that's a pretty powerful message. I said, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't waste a day or your energy on anything. You got to show up every day with the same amount of energy. One day you're not going to have the chance to do so, and it's so important to be consistent about that. And that lady looks at me and she goes, you're absolutely right. She goes, her husband died just about a year ago, and he was active every single day. He didn't waste a day of his energy. And I said, see? And she was smiling all big about it, and she was like, talking about how cool he was and how consistent he used to run every day. And I was like, hey, that's a good thing about him. He couldn't get done with the end of the day and go up there and say, I'm sorry, God, I wasted my time. I was lazy yesterday. And they smiled and laughed about it. And I said, hey, got to bring that same level of energy because you just never know. And they go, amen. But it's true. You never know when your break is coming. You never know when your time is up. You never know what video it is you're going to make. You never know what step it might be that you make. But if you stop stepping, you stop making videos, and you stop doing things, you'll never find the end of it. You'll never find what you're looking for.
150%, man. And I was pretty adamant in the comment section about somebody fear-mongering about the end times and everything yesterday, and just kind of a building point. You can either talk about the end times or you can prepare for the end times. And that's what not enough people are doing. All these clout chasers and numbers chasers, they're at the end times and red heifers, and they're doing it, and the temple's coming back, and oh my gosh, the sweaters, and okay, sweet Ashley. What do I got to do to counteract that? What do I got to do to make sure I go to heaven? What do I got to do to ensure that I'm doing the right things right now? So God, when I inevitably, if it is end times and Jesus is coming back and I'm getting raptured up, I make sure he says, well done, good and faithful servant. And I don't think it's sitting wringing my hands on social media over the red heifers in the temple. And oh my gosh, like, comment, repost. Oh, you're the best. Oh. What is that doing? What is that doing? Here this entire morning, we've been telling you exactly what you need to do. Exactly what you need to do in combination with simply just believing. Just believe that Jesus is your Lord and Savior. He died on the cross for your sins. You cannot mess up more than he already knows you're going to mess up. There is no trial or tribulation that will be in your path that you cannot turn into a triumph. He just wants to see if you can make it through it and become the best version of you that he made you to be. So just go through it. Just let it happen. Love your neighbor as yourself. You don't need to know every piece of scripture. You don't need to know the Bible front and back. You don't have to have read it 10 times like your boy. It doesn't matter. As long as you believe, as long as you have faith. Religions were created to stop people from having religious experiences. And everybody wants to go to a church, get in the church. Oh, and by the way, hey, can you give a little bit in this plate? Give a little bit of something. I said it last week. What's the difference between me, us, and preachers? Is we're not trying to get you to put some money in a plate. We're just trying to help you remove that weight. Who's to say, who's to know?
Man, last little thing, and it's funny because I was on the plane and I was listening to Good Kid, Mad City. And if you've listened to that album, it's a great album. And in that album, something caught me, and I've heard it a million times. But in that album, you've got this motherly figure, grandmotherly figure that start talking to a bunch of hoods, if you will, and talking about you guys are in the wrong place, doing the wrong things, you're chasing the wrong stuff. And she gives church right there to those guys and said, hey, here's what you need to do. I need you to repeat after me. And they repeated right then. And she, at the end of that's exactly what we were just talking about. She says, today's the start of a new day. Go out and know that you're okay to start brand new. You are born again. And it's amazing that, you can hold church anywhere in the world. You don't have to go somewhere to do that. When I'm just telling you, it's there. It's available. And that's why every single day I get up, I know. And I said it the other day. I told you guys about shoes. I said it the other day about shoes. I had my friend with me, Evil Gus. and we were walking down. I said, hey, check this out. He's like, what? Look at these shoes. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, have you ever seen pairs of shoes like this? He's like, well, bro, this happens to me all the time. He goes, what? I was like, look, pair of shoes, one there, one here. I said, I need to start taking pictures of this. I say it all the time. I said, I think it's an angel. They always are there. I see not one, but two, a full pair of shoes, and not just like hanging, but like always in my path. And he's like, that's where I was like, I can't tell you how much I see it. But when you believe it, I think it's possible. You never know. But how many times, ask yourself right now, ask yourself the question, when's the last time you saw a pair of shoes on the side of the road and you continually see that kind of thing together? Probably doesn't happen to you guys. I'm watching for signs, and I look for my bias, and I see God in everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Kendrick, I should bring my car back, man. I gotta go over to the store. He ain't even
Say Domino's?
Someone say Domino's? He ain't even tripping off them Domino's no more. Somebody say Domino's? We'll say who's to know. Man, I love what you say. This is hot right here. We're just taking gangsters to church, man. I've said it a million times before, just taking gangsters to church, baby. And we don't need no building. We don't need no religion. We don't need no something. We just give you the church of what's happening now. Shout out Coco Diaz, baby. And you know, one more thought. I that's one of my favorite Kendrick albums. I you know, not as big of a fan as I used to be. I just don't like the pop culture shit and all the bullshit. However, I watched the video. I got some different perspective. I gained some shit. I like his performance a lot more than I originally did. I will say that. However, love Good Kid, Mad City. Holy fuck. I'll play that like crazy. One of the songs that I'll just scream in the gym because of the lyrics and the shit he says in there. And some, it's like, fuck. And when people hear it, they're like, wait, what did he just say? And it makes people, that's why I say it, right? So there's another song like that, and every single time it starts, and I was just thinking about this. I was in the gym on Friday, and I come walking out of the locker room, and this song just hit on my playlist, and I said it so fucking loud. Be without fear in the face of your enemies. Be brave and upright that God may love thee. Speak the truth, even if it leads to your death. Totally went mind blank. Fucking totally went mind blank right there. Speak the truth, even if it leads to your death. Safeguard the helpless and do no wrong. This is your oath. And people were just looking at me like, what did he just say? What? And people, I swear, people were looking at me, and I just, whoo, baby.
I'm about that, man.
Hell
Massive.
Yeah. Who's to say? Who's to know? We got 2 more clips to bring to this show. Holy hot damn world. Woo-wee! Your third clip of this fine morning program, your second segment of the day, coming your way, is of the real variety, not R-E-A-L-R-E-E-L, like Instagram reel, Insta Slam reel. And this one here, my friends, is some real good perspective. Something that I think some people need to hear. I don't know who, but if you need to hear it, it's going to smack you in the soul on why you are not broken.
Society didn't break you. It just made you think you were broken. From your first day in school, you learned to judge yourself, your grades, your looks, your achievements, your worth. Each time you couldn't match these perfect standards, you told yourself something was wrong with you. Each failure felt like proof you weren't enough. But nobody told you the secret. These impossible standards weren't made to help you grow. They were made to keep you doubting, keep you seeking, keep you thinking you needed to be fixed. Years of your life spent chasing an impossible perfect version of yourself. Years believing you weren't good enough as you were. Years trying to fix something that was never broken. Your quirks aren't flaws. Your differences aren't mistakes. Your humanity isn't something to apologize for. Stop trying to fix yourself. Start unlearning what the world taught you about being broken. You're not flawed. You're not broken. You're just human. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be.
So I watched this little girl the other day. I was on Friday morning. And I was having breakfast, and there was this little girl walking through the casino, and she was in the side there, and her mom was all on the phone doing just whatever. And this little girl was just up and down, smiling, and I'm sitting there watching her, and I'm sitting there thinking, when do people stop? When do people stop thinking like that little girl right there? The little girl is so excited, doesn't care what's going on, doesn't have any cares in the world, looks around like, man, I can't do no wrong. I'm just out here enjoying my life. I'm going to hop, skip. I'm going to smile. I'm going to make some noises. And I'm thinking at one point she's going to grow up and she's going to stop being so free and open. You know what it is? It's society. When you go to those schools and they start to judge you, they tell you your mistakes are bad. They tell you your mistakes are not something you should be making. They don't tell you that your failures in those failures are the lessons. They don't tell you that. No, they tell you the lessons are not making mistakes. And that's where the problem comes in. So they lower your value immediately by not giving you opportunity to go ahead and increase your rate of failure. They tell you to minimize your failures so therefore you can become successful. Well, successful literally is in their point of view, not in your point of view. So why would they prop you up? Why would a system out there who's dependent on people paying them and doing things for them, would they ever teach you that mistakes actually make you better, that your rate of failure increasing actually makes you more independent, makes you stronger, makes you more carefree, makes you a little bit more valuable to this world? Why would they ever do that? And that's one thing I watched by watching that little girl. She was having so much fun just being herself. At what point does the world stop you from being yourself? At what point do you find yourself again and start to just be?
They make us into human doings instead of humming beans. It's consistently do. Got to chase numbers, got to chase clout, got to be better, got to be more, got to get more of the system, got to get more money, more money, more money, more money, more power, more power, more money, more power, more money, more power, more money, more power, or else I'm nothing. Huh? I'm not trying to gain clout with this fucked up system. I'm trying to gain clout with the one and only. I'm trying to gain clout where it really matters. And that's what not enough people realize, is all this stuff is of this world. All these content creators who are telling you it's the end times and preaching to you about the Bible and all of this stuff, but not actually telling you what's in it, are utilizing things of this world and are getting paid of this world and are getting opportunities of this world. And when they get those, they're not saying who those opportunities come from. Wow. Open your eyes, people. Open your eyes. Are the people that you follow going after numbers and clout, or are they going after purpose and fulfillment? And, I watched a long 30-minute video, Jordan Maxwell, last night, is just really going in depth of, some of the stuff I talk about, decoding the divide and different things. And I won't bring any of that stuff up, but it is so interesting. Just one simple thing, when you realize that you don't understand fuck all about this system. You don't even comprehend. My friends, pull out a check. Pull out a check. If you got a check near you, I know we don't write many checks nowadays, but if you do, look at your check. And that line where you sign your name, where you endorse it to the person, right there at the bottom right? I implore you to go zoom in on that line and realize that it's not a line at all. It is a sentence. It is a full sentence repeated 3 times, and it is down to a microscopic level you can't even tell. You've never even noticed. You don't even understand how messed up this system is to get you to believe and get you to continue to buy into the system. You don't even, you think I'm crazy right now. I'm telling you, go look at your check and look at that line, and you will say, oh my gosh, I'm 50 something years old and I didn't even, what? That's not a solid line. What don't I know? Who's to say, who's to know? You might know something that you're not broken. The system just wants you to believe you are. And if you just keep figuring shit out, you just get in your purpose and fulfillment and passion, that you might start learning a thing or two, that you're not so broken after all. Who's to say, who's to know? Broken by the system standards, but built up strong by the 1% standards. Your fourth and final clip coming your way. I need you to open your ear holes wide. Stop whatever you are doing right now. I need you to hear this deep down inside, all the way square in your soul. Joining us this morning, a man who has joined us many times. We love him. Big fan on this program of the one and only Alex Hormozi. And Mr. Alex, here to share the only way he can, your quote of the day.
People stay poor because they're afraid of other poor people judging them for doing the things it takes to get rich. As sad as this is, a lot of the people around you when you're starting out want you to lose because it helps them justify the risks that they were unwilling to take. And so by you making the risk and having the chance of being successful, it reminds them of the things they haven't done. Poor people stay poor because they're afraid of other poor people judging them for doing the things it takes to get rich. As sad as this is, a lot of the people around you when you're starting out want you to lose because it helps them justify the risks that they were unwilling to take. And so by you making the risk and having the chance of being successful, it reminds them of the things they haven't done.
Jeepers creepers, man. A rich man will not judge you for saving your money and investing in compound interest vehicles and not buying 52 Starbucks a week. A fit, healthy individual will not judge you for stopping eating cookies and cutting your calorie count and getting in the gym at least 5 days a week. A high net worth individual will not judge you for cutting negative, terrible people out of your life, rather tell you the stories how they did the same thing. You want entrepreneurial advice from W-2 employees. You want fitness advice from fat asses. You're taking advice and critiques and judgment from people who you would not even put on their shoes. Poor people stay poor because they judge the rich for what they do to get rich, and they will never do it. And they judge you, even your best friends or what you thought were your best friends will judge you because you expose them for the things they know they should, could, and would, but will never do.
That's why I said earlier, find somebody who's creating the value you're trying to understand and see what you can do to pull some value information out of them. That's what it's about. We talked about it. Hey, if you want to learn about real estate, I know somebody. Hey, if you want to know somebody that knows about compound interest, I just so happen to know somebody. Hey, you know what? If you want to know something about making content, God bless. I just so happen to know somebody. And maybe those people aren't going to gatekeep you that information. I put it on my Instagram the other day. Gatekeeping is literally insecurity in the flesh. If somebody doesn't want to do something or help you or want to show you what they're doing, won't show you behind the curtain, it's because they're afraid of your opportunities. They're afraid of what you can do. They think you're going to take their job, which is a great place to be. So understand, if you're being gatekept somewhere, that means you're on the right path and they see your brilliance and they're understanding they may not shine as bright as you.
Damn straight. To even go back to the previous quote, there's more than one way to skin a cat too. They want to gatekeep your ass, just figure it out. School tells you there's only one way, you can't fail. Oh, there A is the answer to the question 1, and if it's not A, you're wrong forever. Oh, you got an F. No, I think D could, and maybe C, and well, fuck, we could fuck around with B, and maybe not. I don't know, maybe we could find out. Fuck around and find out. I'd rather do that than lay around and miss out. There's a reason why that quote exists, but do they ever tell you that in school? There's more than one way to skin a cat? Probably because there's more than 1,000,001 ways to do something, right? Speaking of quotes like that, just came to my mind. I'm tired of people saying, oh, you want your cake and eat it too. Because, what the fuck is the point of having a cake, Bobby? Why wouldn't I want a cake? So I can fucking eat it, right? I want my fucking cake. I don't think enough people understand what they're saying. You want your cake and eat it too. Yeah, okay, I want to have my cake, and then I want to also eat my cake, but not be without my cake. Yes, I fucking understand what the point is. But too many people are saying it, and they don't understand that point. What's the fuck? I want my cake. I want to eat it. That's the whole fucking point. I think that is one of the stupidest quotes that was ever made up over the course of history. What the fuck is the point of having a fucking cake if I can't cut out a slice and eat it? And yeah, the cake's going to be gone, so I just bake another fucking cake. I'm so confused on that quote, Swirl One. I don't know. Is that just me?
I think they're saying don't eat the whole cake.
Oh, don't. Oh, yeah, maybe that's a good point. Maybe it'll get you some love handles. Who say who's to know? Man. Yeah. How about that? Shout out to Alex Hormozy. You're Not Broken, Sahil Bloom, and Creating Value Hunters. Damn, what a reaction refinery. My friends, your first and second segment of the day are done and dusted. It's time now to get into your third and final segment of the day, where we connect with you, the live viewer, live in prime time, and see what you got burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul. So if you haven't already, now is your opportunity to get over there in the live chat. and let us know what you got going on in you, whether it's a little knowledge, some insights, maybe an additional question to something we talked about, maybe a question in regards to an obstacle you're dealing with and how you could use a little bit of insights to turn it into an opportunity. Whatever it might be, drop it over there in the live chat and we'll pop it up below us as we get into the third and final segment of the day. It's time to unlock the final arrow or unquiver. I don't know why I always say it backwards, and knock it back, baby. Shoot it your way in your Answers from the Anvil.
You know, I was going to let you know too, bro, if you continually do it like that, you are going to take your ear and nose off when you let go of that, because you keep bringing it back here. And it's
that is a good point. That is a real good point.
You're supposed to bring it right up to your eye and watch from down and then let go.
Just getting maximum.
You're way back here, bro. You're going to be
maximum depth. Getting maximum depth back here. Who's to say, who's to know?
Not a good thing.
The worst, you don't know pain until you don't truly know how to hold a bow for the first couple times, and you just get
grabs you.
Whoop-ah, whoop-ah. You just,
right here, or some people pull it back too far and you get hit. It'll catch you.
And bow get you. But hey, just because it ain't got no bullets in it, don't mean it still ain't a little dangerous. That motherfucker will get you. Well, be careful. Just like, sometimes you see somebody racking back the chamber and they get their old finger stuck in there. Ow! Hey, I'm telling you what, I've seen dumbasses do it. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, here we are, third and final segment of the show, live in prime time for your Answers from the Anvil. So let's dive into it. See what's going on over there in the live chat. DEEZYY, shift us up, my guy. Who we got out there live in the flesh? Jeff Oglesby, Mr. Damascus, live in primetime. GM. Great morning, Jeff. Hope you're having a solid start to the day down there in Missouri, baby. Shout out to you, good sir. Kim Jones, Mama Cap. Hey there, F&F crew. Up before the sunrise and halfway through the workout. Let's go. Shout out to you, Mama Bear. Setting the standard out there. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being live in the chat at the same time. Mrs. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, fam. Happy Monday. Today's reminder is the best math that you can learn is how to calculate the future cost of your current decisions. Now go be great in their face on purpose. Peace and love. Ooh-wee! 150%. You think the price for doing something is great? Ooh, wait till you get the bill for regret. Oh, baby. Oh. Who's to say, who's to know? Mrs. Metal Crazy, we appreciate you. Thanks for your usual daily reminders. Jason Wigman, DGen Moons, live in the building. GM, great morning, Diamond Hand fam. Great morning to you, good sir. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Always, baby. Angela SD, great morning, Mr. Pecueto. Great morning, F&F crew. Hope you're having a solid start to the day over there on the specific side of things, sir. Shane Harper, Motion, feeling a little spicy. Great morning, family. I'm feeling spicy today. Let's attack the week. Shout out, Motion. I'm feeling a little spicy, too. Who's to say, who's to know? Like a damn a little green chili or so. I don't know. We got this. Let's hit that kitchen. Who's to say, who's to know? We might have a doggone dinner and a show for Friendsgiving. Who's to say, who's to know what might be going down? That whole house might fucking burn down. It might need to, woo! Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out, Motion. Brian Live Dog, Livingston, GM, Diamond Handers. Great morning, Live Doggy Dog. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Hey, I FaceTimed you last week. Twice, actually. You never responded. What kind of dog shit is that? I mean, D-O-double-G, Brian Live Dog shit is what that is. Who's to say, who's to know? I see where I fucking rank these days. Mr. Metal, GM fam, the other half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, good sir. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Bye. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being in the chat. Chris Asuomara. Great morning, Diamond Hand fam. Have a spectacular Monday, everyone. You have a spectacular Monday yourself, good sir. Crush it out there, whatever you get into. We appreciate you. Slugbug, all girl down there in the loo. Great morning, fam. Great morning, Miss Slugbug. Hope you're having a wonderful start to the day. You and all the kiddos down there, baby. Our friends over at Albright's Fur Farm, the main man, Jared Albright, hype to the max, LFG. Wow! Fire Flame Heat. Thank you for helping me playing the game better. Blessed to be here. Blessed to know all of you. Blessed to have woke up today. Come on, Jared Albright!
Come on, baby.
Shout out to you, dog. We appreciate you. You and your literal dogs as well. And tell Jarrett we send our love as well. And all the other amazing humming beings running around there. I know you got a packed house over there at the fur farm. Who's to say, who's to know? JK big time. They stopped believing because they watched their parents lose their belief. Oh, talk about some follow-up perspective there. God damn, Swirl. Wow, that ain't the cherry on top of the sundae that you dished out. Shout out Mr. Big Time. Great shit right there, good sir. I love JK. Always got some perspective on that topic, 100%. Mrs. Metal, actually, also, we're like 6 days away, 4 days away. I don't know, from some big JK post and announcement. He's been teasing it in the gateway all time. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's got something coming on. I have no idea.
He's got to break into the professional leagues of pickleball.
Who's to say, who's to know? Maybe he's got a whole pickleball community he's started. I don't know. Maybe he's hosting pickleball tournaments. Who's to say, who's to know at this point?
You believe we change that guy's
I tell you,
pickleball in a small place like St. Charles, Missouri.
In a small little venue like the old Chicken in the Pickle. Who's to say, who's to know? YouTube isn't any better, says Mrs. Metal. So many of these people who have gotten big teach the kids that it's all about materialistic stuff in this world instead of focusing on what really matters in life. Straight facts. Absolutely. And I've been opening up. In comment sections, I've just been saying, look, I'm not going to go back and forth for 700 comments here. I don't have the time for that. But I empirically and categorically disagree with what you're saying. Would love to have a respectful, open debate with you. I got the platform, podcast, X, whatever you want. I got it. Let's do it. And I will tell you what, there is not a single one of those big dogs that have taken me up on it. And you would think a big dog and a little dog reaching out to them, you'd think they'd just be so ready to just come and cook the fucking biscuits out of somebody. But apparently not. Maybe they don't have as much faith in their content as they think they do. Who's to say, who's to know? This 10-day is for you all. I'm going to say who's to know. Maybe get in the gateway. Don't miss out. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, thank you for tuning into this show and helping that third and final segment go and flow. Appreciate you getting live in prime time in the chat. As a reminder, you can always send emails to the show if you want to be a little more lengthy, be a little more anonymous, and talk maybe more about some obstacles you're going through. You can send them to askfnf@thedhmgroup.io. That is ASKF, the letter NF, at thedhmgroup.io. Send over your questions there, and we'll pop them on the show, and we'll give you some perspective on how to turn those obstacles into opportunities. Doesn't matter what it is, mental, physical, financial, personal, professional, business, something in between. Bring it on over. We love to dish out that perspective. Nah, man. But for now, my friends, those are your 3 segments of the day. No more clips, no more knowledge, insights, or things coming your way. But we do have to remind you of a few things and officially close this bad boy out for the day. Flip the old open sign to closed. So let's work on doing that. And we begin by checking back in with the man, the myth, the legend, DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, comments, questions, reminders, perspective, anything in between for episode 675?
I be on a time clock. I'm a grandpa. Until time stop. Always on the top of mind, just so you know. Tonight, catch me, Cap. That's right. My boy Deezy back there, too. Bringing you the Gagpot, the raffles, and all the hype from the Grandpa Ape Country Club today because we have a lot to catch up on. Start this Monday Madness the right way. So you can catch us tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be live from the Grandpa Ape Country Club X. That's right, X account. So pull up Joyous Spaces with us. Also, I want to thank everybody who tuned in today's show, whether it was live or recorded. We so appreciate your attention this morning, and we hope that somehow we've given you a little bit of energy, a little vibe, a little something to keep you moving through your week in the right direction. Maybe learning a little bit about the game today. Maybe you are thinking, maybe I've been chasing the bag, and I need to start looking at the game a little bit better. Whatever it is, I hope you start your day amazingly. And to all the Diamond Ham fam that showed up and put your comments out there, we appreciate you. Thanks for keeping that algo going and flowing and rocking and rolling. We surely do appreciate that. So, Deezy, appreciate the sound effects. everybody, I'll look forward to seeing you a little bit later on tonight. Other than that, that's all I got. I'm going to sip my coffee and enjoy my morning.
Thank you very much.
Shout out,
That's
Swirl
really
One.
nice. Thank you.
Shout out, Swirl One. We appreciate the hell out of you. Love you, dude. Thanks for all the perspective, high quality insights, knowledge, everything in between all morning long. You know, I was just looking at the old phone as we were wrapping up here, and I thought it was just a great mention. Saw this here on the old notifications. Galatians 5, verse 14. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Maybe that ties everything together that we were talking about this morning. Some perspective I dished out. Who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out to you, Swirl One. We appreciate you being live in prime time. Great to have you back on the show. As for all of you beautiful almond beans, you got a reminder. Tonight, once again, GAC XDHMG Spaces. I'll be in the co-host spot from behind the Diamond Hand Media Group account. DZ will be up there as well. He's feeling a little bit better. Finally got a smile on his face. Looked like he was about ready to die last week. Thank goodness he's back amongst the living. Outside of that, it is a bi-weekly networking meeting week. This is the opportunity where you get to connect with me, Swirl, DZ, and the entire Diamond Hand fam behind the scenes, see what's going on with the Diamond Hand Media Group, learn about the next steps, phases, see what's going on in other people's lives, and see if you can be of value to them, or maybe they could be of value to you. So if you haven't got in the gateway yet, today is a hell of a day to start your 7-day free trial. You can experience the full benefits and perks of the gateway without even paying a doggone penny. You can meet every single member. You can say, wow, this is what I needed in my life. And then you can stick around. Who's to say, who's to know? Thursday evening, that shall be 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. But we're on Monday. Let's stick here right now. We'll worry about that later. But you can join us in the gateway today. Also, if you'd like to pick up a little bit of show swag, maybe support us around here and keep us moving in a grooving, you could go on over to Mine and Shine Apparel or also the GAC Pro Shop and go ahead and pick you up a little something. Maybe something from Forge and Fuel, maybe something from Decoding the Divide, maybe something just Diamond Hand in general, maybe something GAC in general. Whatever you might want to smoke. I don't know, smoke. I don't know what I'm doing.
Who wants to smoke?
I don't know if you. Maybe it's my time to get some vitamins. It's on my mind. I don't know where the hell that came from. Whatever you want to toke, whatever you want to choke. I got no idea. Whatever you want to snag over there. I think that's what I was saying. Snag. I think that's where I was going. Whatever you need. It'll help us continue to go and flow and build all these brands that we got coming your way every single day. Well, my friends, if you're looking for the links for maybe the Gateway, or Mine and Shine Apparel, or the GAC Pro Shop, or our website, or something in between, you can find it all in this episode's description in the links at the very bottom. And while you're looking through those links, laughing away, maybe you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave us a comment, repost this bad boy as well, send out a clip, share a clip we put out. Just take a moment to smash the shit out of whatever buttons you see on your screen, as it only helps us grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But for now, my friends, it's time to wrap this bad boy up officially for the day. Make like a banana and split. Make like geese and get the flock out. Who's to say, who's to know? But not before we remind you a few key and critical things here on this morning show. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Starting your day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. And every single morning you decide to do so. Appreciate you investing your most valuable assets here with us this morning, your time and your attention. We'll continue to pay back those investments to you, give you some high quality ROI by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, it's time to get on up and get on out. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Maybe another show, maybe a space, maybe a live chat. Maybe a Discord, a VC, a DM group chat, the gateway, baby. Wherever we find you, you know what the vibe shall be. But for now, my friends, we officially bid thee adieu. And we say unto you, peace and love.